Like most of the audience, we tried to warn Phyllis against teaming up with Jeremy Stark, but ever since the young and the restless Diane rose from her empty grave, Phyllis has made one bad decision after another. One can't help thinking that she'd have been much better off simply focusing on the positive things in her own life instead of becoming so determined to drive Diane out of town that, well, she wound up with literal blood on her hands. Now, this being a soap opera, there's always the question of whether or not Jeremy is really most sincerely dead. After all, it was only a week or so ago that the show tried convincing us Phyllis had gone toes up during the masquerade gala. Being savvy soap views, we know that few, if any, of you actually believed that the show had offed one of its most popular characters. The events leading up to Jeremy's seeming demise did appear to answer another question we'd be asking ourselves, which was whether or not the baddie was being truthful when he claimed after Phyllis' death that they'd secretly tied the knot. Based on the conversation they had just before he picked up a pair of scissors and attacked, it appears they were wed. That would also explain how he was able to move her money into an offshore account. Is Jeremy Stark really dead? One thing we did not see was what really went down in that bathroom, meaning the soap could be trying to fake us out. However, that seems highly unlikely. After all, the real drama here arises from the fact that Phyllis is in very, very hot water. Not only does it appear she killed Jeremy, but thanks to his manipulation of her money, it also looks as if her intention was to skip the country. It seems likely that the next few weeks, which, not coincidentally, takes us into May sweeps, will be incredibly difficult for Phyllis. After all, the only possible way out of this jam is for her to either leave the country forever, which seems unlikely, or reveal that she and Jeremy were working together in order to frame Diane. Crustacean decimation due to climate change-driven cannibalization. That doesn't seem likely to go down particularly well with anyone, does it? Even Summer and Daniel, thrilled as they'll be to have their mom back among the living, will be devastated by the downward spiral which led Phyllis to take such drastic actions. Will anyone in Geno City rally around the reincarnated redhead during her time of need? Might Michael be willing to try and help the woman whom he has known for so many years? Heaven knows he, above anyone else in town, knows that a desperate Phyllis doesn't necessarily make the best decisions. After all, before donning a white hat to become one of the local good guys, he helped his gal pal concoct a scheme or two.